find rivalries across the fruity plain, coast to coast, but in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers of Jordan hair, this matchup has had it all. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hester. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all off
every single week. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Gun, the ground game. Got the 1st down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. From the gun, the running back has it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something.
And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Pope.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to go up top. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Going for the big play. Makes the grab down the right side. Finds a seam. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin.
In doing so, kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Balls it in. Stopped at the 28, but a big some breathing room. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
from the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Hester. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He's looking to pass. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those...
Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Quickly complete. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Colton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Fires to the big fella. Quick step and go. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Now adjusting. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open man.
Got it set up on the outside. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips looking to... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bulldogs. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack. get a lost yardage play, I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's carry on. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Shakes off the defender. Busts through behind his pad. Touchdown, Tiger! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in the position to go ahead and score points before the half.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And his molars are probably
tremendous awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Hope. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Steps away. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Got it in stride at the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Bringing the heat. That's a fumble on the play. Bounced right back to them. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout called by the offense, and now pick up the first down. Got a man. It's Hope. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He wants to change this route. Takes it from the gun on third down. Quick completion on the outbound. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pope. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Georgia.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense,
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll run play action. He'll throw it quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Takes the easy completion. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Now the play fake. Gets rid of it. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, call him, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single coverage, double coverage, triple coverage. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hester. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. 6-yard line.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll go to the ground.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fire into the right, complete. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few.
Nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown's oldest rivalry. Looks as if the Dogs are in deep trouble.
Yeah, and this is a great sign for Auburn fans who've had to hear it for a while. Georgia's dominated this series of late. Auburn dominating today.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. SMU is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to UConn. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. Games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
21.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on second down. Gonna try to get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hickman. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
21.
So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Hester. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So here comes the Auburn offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosive look going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Moving past the 25. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that?
He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got an open man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Finds the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Wants to throw again. He's going to take off. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Georgia going up tempo.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Buys a little time. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Stumbled to the ground. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up. He's loose. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The throw to the outside is complete.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Under fire. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. He's got it on the left. Lots of running room. Inside, touchdown Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 29 to TCU. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Ball was loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And you thought for a second that is exactly what this offense wanted, right? Get the ball out of your own end zone. The running back gets it, gets some yards, but he coughs the football up on a horrible spot on the field. And now this defense is set up with great field position.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Let's it fly. That one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but just live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
It is the Auburn Tigers emerging victorious in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.